We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
It feels like it was, yesterday in a lot of ways.
I was actually working at Enterprise Rent-A-Car in Omaha.
Getting ready to go to class, actually, at Central Missouri State.
I was 4 years old, and I was in Florida on vacation with my family from Venezuela.
Down at Baker, yes, at Missouri Western.
I was in my office here at Missouri Western.
We were breaking down film, and I heard Coach Partridge yell, "Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable."
Another plane just hit.
More of a shock. At first you're like, is that real?
I remember my parents say, "Is that a movie?" Like, we didn't know it was real.
It was just kind of a feeling of helplessness.
For me, it's just that first feeling of that our parents had, that, wars can happen on our home soil, and that had never been a thought that had crossed my mind in my 18 years of existence.
I think that's the biggest thing that I took away from it, is just seeing how easily we got broken down, and especially in the aviation world.
We had to sleep in the airport, and we had to sleep there for almost 2 weeks.
Where the explosion, we heard that it was a plane down. Can you confirm?
One of the most impactful parts of that day, though, was being in Omaha and with Offutt Air Force Base in Omaha, seeing Air Force One fly over that day, and I'll never forget that moment.
I'm getting ready for work. I'm 20 years old living in St. Louis, and I'm going out to the car, and it's so quiet outside, and then all of a sudden I hear shoo, fighter jets going above my head. And remember, everything had been grounded at that point. There were no planes in the sky. And I remember kind of tensing up, and just that feeling of fear that I never really knew that I ever had to feel. And I think for that moment at 20 years old is when life changed for me, because I realized what I had taken for granted up until that point.
Made my generation, which had very much lived a comfortable life here in the United States and felt very safe, brought us to a greater awareness of our global existence and the United States' position in a global environment that we needed to be more aware of.
And we still went ahead with practice that afternoon. We were getting ready to play Missouri Western, of all people. The best thing we can do is keep moving forward and keep doing what we do, and not let any terrorism or any intimidation stop us from doing what we love doing. And for us, it was playing ball that day.
After those first few months after that happened, it was really cool to see the best of America come out. And hopefully we can get back to closer to those days as we go forward here.
It's sad sometimes. Everybody just rallies around when bad things happen and stuff, but you wish we could, as a country, rally together continuously.
At the end of the day, we all have to put down our agendas and remember that at the end of the day, we're the same country, we're the United States, and we have to stand together in moments like that in order to ever overcome moments like that.
After being here, and of course after knowing more about the country while being here, I just feel like so much respect for the country.